Welcome ClassPad.net users. Today we're going to examine some of the properties of the absolute value family. So let's open up a new graph sticky and enter our parent function y equals the absolute value of x. And there you see it in blue on our coordinate plane. Now we are going to enter the vertex form of an absolute value function y equals a times the absolute value of x minus h plus k. And it appears for us in red. Now what we would like to do is change the values of our variables. A equal to 1 is fine, and we want to change our values of h and k to 0. So now, when we manipulate or modify the value of a and increase it, notice when a increases, the graph gets narrower. When I change a to a value between 0 and 1, the graph gets wider, but it's still opening up. Let's change the value of a to a negative number like -1. Now the graph opens down. It looks like it is the reflection image of when a equals 1, which is what we have in our parent function. So to summarize, the value of a is going to determine how wide or narrow our graph is and in what direction it is going to open. So let's reset our value of a to 1 and explore what happens when we change the value of h. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to enter a step of 1, and every time I click on the arrow, we are going to increase the value of h by 1, and notice what happens to the graph. As the value of h increases, the graph moves to the right. If we decrease the value of h, the graph moves to the left. So the effect of h is to perform a horizontal translation on the parent function. So let's reset the value of h to 0. So we overlap the parent function, and now let's explore what k does. As we increase, let me fix my step here to 1, and as we increase our step by 1 on k, notice what happens to the graph. The graph shifts up. I have it out of the screen there because I got out of the window range. I used the automatic arrow. But now, if I get the value of k back down below the origin, where k is negative, we have a shift down. So, to summarize, the value of k is going to shift the graph up or down. The value of h is going to shift the graph to the right or to the left. And the value of a is going to make the graph wider, narrower, or, in the case if I make it a decimal, 0.5 wider than the parent function. We hope you found this video informative as an introduction to absolute value functions. If you would like to explore them in more detail, please see the ClassPad.net paper, Fun with Functions, Transformations of the Absolute Value Family. Thank you for watching, and please come back and explore some more ClassPad.net videos in the future.